This is embarrassing. You know what's fucked about all this?
What?
I thought of like a decent amount of funny stuff to say like 5 to 10 minutes into the episode about the situation we now find ourselves in.
Uh-huh.
I hadn't really prepared for the first part, which is the admission of guilt. I don't know if I was ready for that. You know, I have lots of like fun self-effacing things to say about relapsing. But like if it was just me that relapsed, that would be brutal. But like the fact that like that you also like let me tell you something. When I found out,
I need a pair of sunglasses too.
yeah, no, the sunglasses are part of it.
Hold on
right now.
I want to.
I'm like wearing sunglasses.
Really quick. I want to start over.
Okay.
So I can be wearing sunglasses for this.
I felt bad. I felt bad enough about relapsing.
Uh-huh.
And then I found out that you also relapsed after 7 months of not smoking.
7 months.
And
To the day.
immediately after we recorded an episode that was supposed to be about how smoking is bad, but was mostly just about how cool and relaxing cigarettes are.
Yeah.
And the whole time, and just like for a couple days, the rat has been in my ear, just whispering like, you know, if you hadn't quit, you wouldn't have made that episode. And we wouldn't have spent like a full day basically just talking about cigarettes right when Will was like in his nicotine cravings. Do you see what happens when you try to quit me? You give your friends cancer. Never try to leave me again.
I want to like contribute like a good bit.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be honest, I have no energy because I don't think I'm getting enough oxygen at night.
Listen. Listen,
Yeah.
me and Will are going halvesies on Alan Carr's The Easy Way after this.
Yep.
A guy from the 1990s is going to set us straight about the whole nicotine thing, and we're never going to touch the things again.
British guy.
A British guy. Even better.
Yeah.
Even more convincing. He probably knows what he's talking about.
He's British.
Sounds educated.
Yeah.
And you know, and we made this plan, right? At one point, Will checked in on me to be like, "Hey, how's the nicotine thing going?" And I'd be like, "I fucked up. I quit." And then he was like, "I also relapsed." And it was but then we made an agreement to come in here today, and after we were done recording the episode, to watch Alan Carr's The Easy Way, and then quit for real.
Yeah.
And I woke up this morning, knowing that this would be my last day with the vape. And all day, that little rat has been in my shoulder, just whispering, "Amazing grace, how sweet this urine morning, the sun that say this is a sad day. You're gonna miss me so fucking much." It's just all fucking day, just like I feel sad. I feel like I'm dreading. I'm dreading having to put this thing down,
Chris,
at the end of the day.
Today is a happy day.
It should be.
Today is
That's not what the rat
joyous
lawyer is trying to tell me.
occasion. Today is a joyous occasion. Today we will finally free ourselves from the nicotine trap.
I hope so, man. I'm really hoping this British guy makes the whole thing feel disgusting.
He doesn't.
And bad.
He doesn't focus on scare tactics.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not scare tactics. It's good stuff. You know, I've relapsed, so I'm hardly a qualified spokesperson for the efficacy of Alan Carr's Easy Way. But I will say this. Every time I've quit smoking, it's been easy.
Okay.
It's just
it was
7
not my
months
experience
later.
last week, but okay.
Yeah, well, that's because you didn't.
I didn't do
Alan
it the easy
Carr's
way. You're
Easy
right.
Way.
I didn't do it the easy
You got to go into it with an annoyingly open mind.
I got to say though, just now when you were like you have like Will has like this kind of this very cool dainty little disposable vape, and he's wearing his big circular sunglasses, and he's got his headphones on. And when he said, I relapsed, the first thought in my head was, damn, he's cool. like the way he said that, it was like, oh, this is why. This is why they put it in the movies.
Right. Yeah. My chest hurts, though.
Yeah. Well, it's a heavy burden being a cool guy.
Yeah, that's fair.
Who keeps trying to get in contact with
My
you?
aunt.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah. She and I are going to go shopping.
That's pretty fun. That's nice.
I want to extract humor from this.
Yeah, what if we're just quiet for the next 2 hours?
My arms feel heavy.
I'm like sweaty.
Yeah.
You know what? I honestly, I want to come down to your level, but I can't because.
The fuck did you just say?
Well, because my body is still used to nicotine. That's why I felt like shit last week. Is because I didn't have any nicotine in me.
Right.
Now I have nicotine in me, and I feel fantastic.
Right.
Compared to last week, I feel incredible. You, on the other hand, had 7 months of being. Of clean lungs.
Yeah.
And now your lungs aren't clean anymore.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, no.
And so it's so you're probably, what you're going through is way worse than what I'm going through.
What I'm going through is a physical malady.
Right.
Yeah. What I'm experiencing is it's like I have a flu that is delicious.
A delicious flu.
I have
a flu that you just can't quit.
Yeah. And so that's, that's going to hopefully propel me towards success. Because I can't stand to feel this way.
It's really bad.
I get winded tying my shoes. And I'm wearing slip-ons.
Yeah, man. Just I get
that
way
doesn't
too...
make any sense. I thought that would come out and be a funny joke, but it doesn't make any sense.
The thing is, it was a funny joke, but it just kind of went right over my head.
No,
I should have laughed at it, but I didn't fully process it.
No, it's not funny. It doesn't make any sense.
Well,
I get winded tying my shoes.
That's how fucked up your lungs are. Because you get winded tying your slip-ons.
Right, but I don't tie them.
Well, that's the joke. That's why it's funny.
That doesn't make any sense.
Right. Well, it's because
it's not
because it's so easy to tie your shoes if they're slip-ons. Right, it's the easiest thing in the world, but you get winded doing it because of how bad your lungs are.
I feel like
it works.
I feel like if I had said I get winded putting my shoes on,
right,
and then said, and I wear slip-ons, that would have been more of a coherent joke.
It would have been more coherent. I liked how it came out, though. I think it was silly, and I think it was fun.
Thanks, man.
I think it was good.
I feel like I needed that encouragement right now.
I get a lot of DoorDash and just walking down the stairs and back up. There's been a couple of "is this the big one" moments. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not just wow, my heart is beating quickly right now.
Right.
Time for me to sit down and eat halal chicken and rice.
Yeah.
Just sweating, heart pounding through your chest.
Oh, dude.
Getting ready to chow down on some fucking chicken and white sauce.
Well, here's the thing. It's I'm not used to feeling that way at all.
Right.
But for the past couple of days since I relapsed, I'll be in bed at night just laying there feeling my pulse in my neck.
Oh yeah, that shit.
Yeah. And it's loud and fast for no reason.
Yeah.
And I'm just this
and you're like, I am laying in bed.
Trying to sleep is putting too much of a tax on my body.
You're just you're supine on your back. You have been for the past 20 minutes, and you're just
my eyes are closed. I've had my water, and I've brushed my teeth, and I've taken my melatonin pill,
Right.
and I'm all snuggled up, and I'm like, this is exhausting.
I'm all tuckered out.
Boy, I could use a break.
I was literally about to say that. But we're gonna beat this.
I just tried to put like a victorious fist in the air to try and signify my dedication and a sense of celebration for the occasion. And I was like, oh, no, I can't do that.
You know,
Fist all the way in the air, exhausting. How's blood gonna get to it?
We both put on sunglasses for this, for the kind of cool guy energy. But I just put the sunglasses up, and it's way better.
Yeah.
It's just like the world is like I think that what I need actually right now is for the world to be full of light and happiness.
Okay.
And yeah.
All right, let me see if I can join you there.
Is it any? What do you think?
It's too bright.
Okay.
It's too bright.
It's fine. You look cool as hell right now.
And that's what it's all about.
It's you know.
Why else do you think I relapsed?
Right.
It's because I was like, you know what? I miss looking cool as shit. I got a pack of Jarum Blacks, which are, legally have to be called cigarillos because they're clove flavored.
Right.
But really, they're just goth cigars. I mean, goth cigarettes.
Yeah.
And because they're all black. And they're delicious. And they're just the coolest.
Right.
Smoking a black cigarette, it's just like it's like, what the fuck. I used to use a cigarette holder, like one of those ladies from the 30s, and that with a black cigarette at the end. It's like, damn, I could make an entire fucking identity out of this.
You know, nicotine enhances the speed. It enhances the speed that messages travel from between the body and the brain.
I don't believe that's true.
I feel like this episode is perfect evidence of that. We've never been sharper. We've never been quicker. We're light on our feet, dancing around these questions.
We haven't been asked any questions yet.
That's how efficiently we're answering them.
Right.
We're answering them so quick. It's like a samurai who cuts an apple in half so fast that you never even see his blade leave the sheath.
Right.
We've answered 6 questions so far this podcast.
Nice.
You're just not. Your eye isn't well trained enough to be able to track them. To the untrained observer, it looks like we're just kind of muddling through this in pain.
Right.
But you're only, again, you're seeing, all you're seeing is the stuff in between the action.
I'm trying to contribute so fucking hard. But all I can think about is like just how cool I am right now.
You're pretty cool.
I'm like really out I'm wearing black, my cigarette's black, my lungs are black. That's the crazy part. There's nothing more goth than smoking. It literally turns your lungs black.
That's fucking
you got your heart out, Tim Burton.
You did get the coolest of the disposable vapes.
Yeah.
It's tobacco flavored. None of this stuff for children.
Mm-hmm.
It's this small. It's like exactly the size and shape of a cigarette, but it's just all black.
I'm tempted to ash it.
I know, right? You feels like you want to. Yeah. I've been like I came up with a perfect slogan for it, which is "Pretty girls don't light their own cigarettes. Now you don't have to."
It's beautiful,
and I feel like you can imagine exactly what this vape looks like just by. We're doing it again.
You're a regular Harvey Dent, you know that?
Like fucking last episode, the point of it was to be like we're quitting nicotine. Nicotine is bad, and we just spent the whole time being like nicotine is so fucking good, and we're already doing it again.
Oh god,
we are our own worst enemies.
Yeah.
In practice, it's such a funny idea to do 2 episodes in a row, especially in terms of like the story arc of it. Of me quitting nicotine and you supporting me to us both being addicted to nicotine again. Very funny premise.
Mm-hmm.
we didn't think about it beyond the premise.
Yeah,
You know, where we just kind of have to sit in it now.
To be fair,
Right.
Just the phrasing. I just want to clarify, because the phrasing you just used would imply that we relapsed again for the sake of the premise,
Right.
Which is true.
Which is true. This
On
is how.
some level,
Do you
I
have
know it.
any idea how good at comedy we are?
On some fucking level, the rat lawyer
you know,
in my
you
brain.
you might be right. Like that might be a part of. Like I don't like that. Didn't feel like why. No, actually, no. In the moment, that was not why. In the moment, I relapsed because if you want to know the honest reason I relapsed, it was because
No,
that
God.
was why. Is why I relapsed is because
God.
of that. That was probably why I did it. I think.
That was too much for me, man.
I figured it might be.
And just,
I'm sorry.
Oh God.
Listen, you got to be ready for it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm gonna fucking yell on the podcast.
No,
you
I
have to
know.
be ready for it at any time.
I usually try to just like muscle through it.
Yeah, if I go like this, if I move the mic away, you got to know to fucking clench your ass cheeks because he's coming.
Yeah, I think on some level, the excuse that the rat lawyer in my brain came up with was, well, yeah, but wouldn't it be fucking hilarious?
It'd be so funny.
Wouldn't that be so fucking funny if he started smoking again? And it was like, that's a good enough excuse for me.
And
I'm in a bad mood.
And and as always, the rat lawyer is fucking wrong. He's just like, he's wrong every time, and we keep believing him. I don't know why we're so fucking stupid.
He's a
dumb guy.
He's a bad liar.
He's
too.
so cute though. He's like a little rat, and he's
Yeah.
like, I love you. He doesn't. He wants you to die. He's trying to kill you actively.
Oh my God. Fuck, man. We come to believe that a higher power than ourselves could restore us to sanity. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Thy will, not mine, be done. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. I'm learning prayers.
It kind of blows that like the preeminent like addiction recovery system in our country is so inherently theistic that it's kind of like, you know, you go to 12-step and they're like, you gotta surrender yourself to a higher power, and you're like, well, what if I don't believe in God? And it's like, well, I guess junkies die in hell. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
No, you got it all wrong, man. No, you got it all wrong. Every single 12-step meeting has one guy whose best friend's higher power was a tree in their front yard. To all you 12-steppers out there, you know him, right? You know that guy whose best friend, his higher power, was a tree in his front yard. It's always the example that they use.
I feel like if I ever did that, that would be me, but it would be fake. It would me just be. Which step is that? Like
3?
it would be that would
know.
be me just like trying to get step 3 over with so that we can do step 4. You know,
Step 4 is the hard one.
what's the heart? Which one is that?
Fearless moral inventory.
Oh,
Yeah, fuck that. Hey, look, I know people who the 12 steps really worked for.
yeah, no, yeah, it's
And like, I'm not like anti 12 step at all. It's not like, you know, the cornerstone of my own journey or anything. But like, well, I don't want to talk about this. I don't want to talk about my relationship with 12 steps.
what the fuck else was this episode gonna be?
Fuck, man. Yeah, I don't know. We're not going to fucking Smokers Anonymous. Is there even a Smokers Anonymous? If so, stop.
Welcome to Dare.
Wouldn't be.
I come out
Smokers
dressed as a big
Anonymous.
lion, as a lion in a fucking badass T-shirt.
So what is it? Darren the Dare Lion?
Yeah,
Is that what it was?
I
Darren.
think that was his name. Yeah, I think his name was Darren.
And he was the same thing as the Exxon Tiger and Tony the Tiger, just with a lion.
Well, he was
skin.
a lion. Yeah, he was a hot lion. Yeah,
Yeah, it was the same thing with
he
the
was
big
a fucking,
chest
fucking
and the
big chested, fucking
jacked biceps.
a fucking butch lion. Yeah, a fucking daddy lion.
Yeah. Fucking man, I just
If you were like a stoner in like the late aughts, wearing a Dare t-shirt was the coolest thing to do.
It was.
There were so many fucking stoner kids at my high school who would like walk around in Dare t-shirts to be like, look, isn't this fun and funny? Remember when we all went through this?
My fucking drug-addled buddies loved the Dare shirts.
Yeah, they're good. It's a cool logo.
Yeah.
It's the
even
word
cooler.
Dare in like a badass font.
In a bloody red font.
Why is it a bloody red font? Why was the Dare logo so radical?
Well, because it wanted to convince people that it was radical to resist drugs and violence.
Like it was X-stream for kids. You know what I mean?
What the fuck? Why did you have to roll violence into it? Dare to resist drugs and violence, as if those things are like the same.
Oh yeah, I guess it was. Yeah, it was drug. It was.
No, I don't remember what Dare stood for.
It's drug abuse resistance education.
Right,
I remember.
But the slogan underneath Dare would say to resist drugs and violence.
Well, it's because it was like the 90s and the early 2000s, and so like
people equated
everyone who like smoked weed was like a murderous psychopath.
It could also be that like maybe the programming was originally intended for places where like getting mixed up in drugs often meant getting mixed up in gang activity.
It was also like there's
I'm a suburban Dare kid. It's a different world. I think.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, well, my mom, my mom, who is, you know, she's very liberal, and like. She always like she was always talking about how like weird and like scary and fashy it seemed when we had our Dare graduation,
right?
When we like they paraded all the kids up on stage with a fucking cop, like a guy with a fucking gun on his belt, and like. And we all had to like raise our right hands and put our left hands over our hearts and vow that we would never do drugs. Like, and this was like my mom who like, you know, grew up as like a hippie and just like she always talks about it with like it was so like weird and fascist and scary. And so I think part of it is like, I think it's like a recruiting tool for cops.
Yeah,
like
maybe.
no joke. Like I think it's like it's to kind of, or at least to like kind of like pre-program people to be like, hey, if like a cop sees a fucking kid on the street smoking a J, you can shoot that guy in the head. You know, it's just kind of priming people for that.
So my early experiences with drugs, in terms of like learning about them, not doing them.
Yeah. Okay.
Before I did them, was
Real
Dare.
Quick.
Yeah.
That was the other fun thing.
Yeah.
About Dare. Is just like about doing Dare because it was like part of the curriculum, and then going home and talking to my parents and them just being like, yeah, weed's fine though.
That's like, basically the experience I had.
Yeah.
I told my parents, did you know marijuana makes you lose the ability to think? And my parents were like, that's not true.
Yeah, no.
That's not true. Don't, what? And I was like, yeah, and glue will kill you in a single sniff. Because that's what they focused on in Dare.
I'm just now remembering that kind of being part of it. I do remember glue.
Dare did not talk much about the drugs you were actually likely to do other than weed.
Yeah, no.
They were just talking about sniffing glue and smoking cigarettes and weed.
And drinking. I think like there was maybe also like there was like alcohol was also, I remember. When I relapsed, I it wasn't good.
No.
I want everyone to know that. I spent a lot of time last episode being like, oh, it's going to be like, if I do relapse, it's going to feel so good. It doesn't.
Right. Yeah.
It felt insane.
Yeah.
And it was a almost unbearable head rush. It felt like I was having a stroke for like 5 seconds. And then I kept doing it.
Yeah.
Which is the weird part.
So fucking freaky.
It's like, that was disgusting. I'm probably not going to do that more.
Yeah, dude.
What the fuck? Just like,
yeah. Oh, this is gross.
It's like, this is disgusting. Why
gross? Yeah, dude. I'm always saying, whenever
it truly does. It feels like a passenger moment. Like it really, like you feel like this is gross and I'm not going to do this, but your body is just doing it. Like it's like you're not
in control.
You're not in control.
Oh, dude, I fucking get that, man. I fucking I always say that the first cigarette after like a real period of abstinence is the most disgusting thing on the planet.
Yeah.
Because I personally believe, and Alan Carr would back this up, that the sensation of smoking is actually inherently shitty and gross,
Right.
but the drug tricks your brain into liking it. And I thoroughly believe that, because the first and second and a half cigarette are always disgusting, and then the third one is amazing.
See, I think it's even deeper than just the nicotine itself. Like, I think it's like there's something about it being shitty and gross that I think it is good.
Yeah.
Like, it's part of it. It's like the same, like, it's kind of hilarious to compare it to this, but it's like, I feel like it's like doing a Tough Mudder. You seen those where like people do those like obstacle courses where it's like it's ridiculously hard and like you have to like sludge through shit.
Yeah.
And like all this, like I feel like it's in a weird way the same kind of like like you do it and you're like, I'm a fucking construction worker in the 1920s. You're like, I weld shit for a living.
Dude, it's like, yeah, it's the same principle as enjoying the burn of grain alcohol.
Right. I just got out of the coal mines right now.
Yeah. Can you believe that coal miners used to smoke? Welcome, everybody, to Life in the World to Come.
Welcome, everybody, to Life of the World to Come.
I'm Joe Camel.
And I'm...
It's in the Marlboro Man.
I'm Cansaro, the vape wizard. They're not allowed to have mascots anymore. For, I think, pretty self-evident reasons. It was for children. It was to make it cool for children. But if I could throw a potential one into the ring, what I think would be cool for Jewel. He's an incredible wizard covered in tumors. Or actually, no. Like, you can't see the tumors. They're all in his lungs, but he coughs up blood every time he talks.
I love him. Can you show me this character? Can you portray him? Brilliant. You gotta take this shit to RJ Reynolds. They can still use mascots in some countries, I'm sure.
I'm sure they could.
You might be able to like shop this to like, you know,
just like a weird like fucking off-brand.
I'm picturing him with like a hat, like a wizard hat, only instead of it being shaped like a triangle, it's shaped like a cigarette and it's on fire.
I'm kind of just imagining him as a straight up wizard, but he's got a big jewel instead of a staff.
Oh, that's pretty good.
It's like it's not just a scaled up jewel. It's like a thick, long jewel.
Okay,
you know,
yeah, I like that. And it's and he's wearing a black robe. With the big sleeves.
And in the commercial, he plays it like a little flute.
He plays the
vape like a flute.
Oh my god!
He like brings it and he inhales, but he also like does like a you know, like a whole little thing.
Oh my god, that's so good.
And then he says it's for kids.
Except it's more like it's
he goes and there's subtitles at the bottom that say for kids.
So I'm back. I've emptied my bladder. I'm ready to do the podcast. I'm feeling more with it. I'm feeling more ready to rock and to roll. I still feel like garbage because I haven't received a molecule of oxygen in the past 3 days.
You don't want any of that in there.
Don't want any what? Oxygen?
Yeah.
No.
We say that as a joke. You ever just like laying in bed vaping absentmindedly and you're like, why am I dizzy? Oh, I haven't breathed air in like a full minute and a half.
Oh, because dude, I'm so for whatever reason, when I'm smoking or vaping, I'm heavy right off the bat. I'm immediately pack a day.
Oh no.
And I don't know why that is. It's just how I work. And when I am smoking a cigarette, you will see I fucking chief those bitches.
Yeah,
I suck that shit down like
quick.
Fucking like
like it's kind of impressive, honestly.
I drink a cigarette. Like I treat it like a fucking McDonald's straw.
You smoke cigarettes like a guy who used to be really cool. You know what I mean? You know what it is? Cigarettes like a youth pastor with a troubled past. It is like A guy who was like insane 5 years ago.
I feel like you're just describing me.
You are, and that is kind of your vibe.
Yeah, I feel like
honestly, especially lately, your vibe has kind of been youth pastor with a troubled past. Kind of like a non-theistic youth pastor who like, listen, I don't like to talk about my 20s. The devil had me then.
The devil sucks, dude. The devil fucking sucks. Oh, welcome everybody to Life in the World to Come.
Life in the World to Come.
I am Joe Camel.
And as I said, I'm Kansaro, the vape lizard wizard.
And this is a podcast.
It's both, because I messed up when I said it the first time, but I'm sticking to it.
You say lizard?
Well, the first time I said lizard, and then I meant to say wizard, but I said lizard, and then went back and said wizard. But it's
lizard.
both.
Yeah, lizard wizard is it's a good way to do it. If he's a wizard and a lizard.
He's a lizard and he's like a Joe Camel style. You know how Joe Camel is like a camel who's a cool guy?
Yeah.
Kansaro is a lizard who is a practitioner of the mystic arts.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's great.
He's an occultist lizard.
Man, maybe that's the reason, I think that, like, maybe they would have kept up their ad campaign successfly. Maybe we'd have more smokers in this day and age if they had the kind of hat on a hat energy that Kansaro has. Because they just made him a camel who's a cool guy.
Right.
They just gave a camel a leather jacket. But if he had been a camel who's also, say, I don't know, a knight,
right,
or a ninja.
That's the thing about Joe Camel, is that you look at him and it's like you don't imagine he lives in like a DuckTales style universe where everyone is a camel.
No.
You kind of imagine him living like his girlfriend is a human blonde lady.
It's got BoJack Horseman energy.
Right,
yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
You take one look at Kansaro as I am now imagining him, because I'm now not imagining him as a wizard. I'm specifically imagining him as an occultist, like a Rasputin style kind of like
with the head of an iguana,
beard, like a fucking medallion. Like,
I love it.
He has like an orb and a skull. Like,
that's good.
You look at Kansaro and it's like, oh, there's lore here. Like, Kansaro exists as part of a larger universe that I'm only getting a small glimpse into.
Right.
Kansaro, there's context surrounding Kansaro.
Hey,
that is not surrounding Joe Camel.
Think about this.
Right.
Hey, Hollywood. This is all copyrighted. Original authorship automatically guarantees copyright. I don't know if you know that, but original authorship is automatically copyright protected.
Right.
You don't have to register in order to have copyright. You just register to be able for it to be hold up in court.
Yeah.
I'll register after this episode's done, because like, hey, Hollywood, I got an idea for you. Everything needs to be a franchise these days, right? We've got the Marvel Cinematic Universe. They're going to get the Mattel Universe next. We got the Super Mario movies. We're going to have that universe now. The fucking smoking mascot cinematic universe.
Hell yeah.
The adventures of Joe Camel, the Marlboro Man, and fuck it, Kansaro, the
exactly.
lizard wizard.
Kansaro is there. He's like kind of the Doctor Strange. Actually, it's kind of perfect. Like it almost has more of a Fast and the Furious vibe. Like Joe Camel's kind of Joe Camel's like kind of more of a Vin Diesel. I feel like the Marlboro Man's more of a Jason Statham.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
He's like Jason Statham's British, but also like he has cowboy energy.
Yeah, no.
And then Kansaro is Doctor Strange. Still.
Yeah,
Kansaro is still a wizard. He's just also in this movie.
This franchise has legs, if you ask me.
I'm fucking into it.
And that's why I'm going to register it. You can't have it, Hollywood, unless you pay me. $4,000
billion
smackaroons. Smackaroons is a billion.
Is $1 billion.
Yeah, 4,000 smackaroons.
One smackaroon is worth $1 billion. I've invented my own currency, and no one can tell me that's not true yet.
Mm-hmm. It's a podcast about
there's something.
Shut up! Sorry. I'm trying to do the podcast. I'm trying so hard, Chris. You don't understand how hard it is for me sometimes. Just to get out of bed in the morning. I gotta just cling to the little joys. Right. And I cling to the little joys. I cling to them so hard. I'm white knuckling every waking moment of my life. So please just let me have this.
Okay.
It's a podcast where we answer your questions about surviving the apocalypse. You submit questions, and Chris and I use our psychic abilities to predict the future and answer your questions so that you can thrive after the world ends. All right, I'm okay. I'm okay now.
Forget what I was going to say.
Now.
Oh, God.
You gonna pull up the Discord server?
Yeah, okay.
Or what? Gmail? I don't know.
The big circular sunglasses are adding a lot to this performance.
Oh, God. I feel like such garbage.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not. I mean, that's the thing is like I truly feel fine because like as far as my brain is concerned, everything is as it should be. But I do feel like a piece of shit. You know, I don't feel like shit. I just am that.
Right. Yeah.
You know. I'm a disgusting loser with no self-control.
Yeah, man.
You know. Our first question.
You know, it's like Joan Didion said. You know, it's the most notoriously uncomfortable bed is the one we make for ourselves. But whether or not we lie in it is dependent on whether or not we respect ourselves.
I don't. Notoriously.
All right.
Honestly, it's kind of like become a part of my brand by this point, I think. It's just radical self-disrespect.
That killed Hunter Thompson.
Right. But he died so cool is the thing.
No, he shot himself.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like right after 9/11.
The coolest way to die.
It was really really fucking dark and sad. He wrote an essay about how George Bush was going to take us into like a million unnecessary wars and this is the end of America, and then he shot himself in the head.
It's how I want to go.
Jesus Christ. Well, at least you would have died on like a deep and portentous note.
That's the most. That's like the dream of every man. To end them to write a manifesto and then die. To die furious is the dream of every man.
You just boiled down the whole gender role to a singular element, and I feel like you got it. You hit the nail on the head.
It's what we are.
Yeah. Holy shit. That's profound.
We just want to die angry. And I don't know what that is.
Angry and great.
Angry and great.
Yeah.
Just like
angry and good at it.
Like that's the fucked up thing. That is the this feels disrespectful to say.
Maybe don't say it.
I don't know.
Okay, say it.
There's like this. I bet on some level, as Hunter Thompson was loading that gun, he was like, "This is gonna be so fucking cool." Like, God, people are gonna think I'm so cool after I do this. Just because that's kind of who he was a little bit. Like that's kind of like
it's at least who like the public image of him was.
I don't know. I don't feel like you act like that all the time, unless it's a little bit of a show, you know? Because like he was so publicly insane all the time, and like that was such a part of his like outward facing persona.
Right.
That kind of leads me to believe that there was maybe like a little bit of like, you know, he was performing.
I was a deeply troubled man, so
yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if there was like an element of his suicide that'll show them.
Yeah, no, I think usually when you write a manifesto and then shoot yourself in the head with a gun.
Well, it wasn't a manifesto; it was an article.
Well, you know,
he was a journalist.
Well, that's the difference. The difference between a manifesto and an article is whether or not you're a famous journalist.
That's fair.
If Ted Kaczynski had been a famous journalist, like. You know,
that's wow. Yeah, you know what? You're right. Fuck, man. I'm gonna just sleep. I think I'm gonna sleep. It's getting cold.
That's good. I would prefer that to it being hot.
It's getting really cold.
Guy, I promise we're gonna do something that vaguely resembles a normal episode in the next like 3 months.
Maybe. Just
at some point. Chris, we're gonna do something that isn't like that. Just like that. Like if a person just tuning into the podcast for the first time were to come in and listen, but they wouldn't be totally lost. We're gonna do one of those.
If something happens to me, I want you to help Brett Favre take care of my rats. Okay.
Okay. No, I don't like this. I can't see your eyes.
It's so hot in here.
That was so real. The way that
It's so fucking warm in here. Aren't you melting, man?
It's a little bit warm.
Crack a fucking door. Crack the door.
All right, yeah, let's just do this one. Hey, Chris and Will. The other day, my partner was describing his coworkers and mentioned that I wouldn't like one of them because he looks like Pepperoni Dave. Who is Pepperoni Dave? And will he be a threat in the world to come?
That's so good. I mean,
there's just so many angles of attack.
Who is this friend of yours? Because I want to talk to them. I want to have them on the show because it seems like they have a gift.
It's like
Pepperoni Dave. You don't want to look like him. We've seen him in our visions and we've talked about him quite a bit.
It's crazy to fucking. It's crazy for that to be an example that this person used. You know, it's just like this Pepperoni Dave, the guy we all know. Yeah, famous character Pepperoni Dave.
Oh, I think it's great.
Pepperoni Dave hangs out with Joe Camel and Ken Saro.
Yeah, yeah. He's not a cigarette mascot.
No, he's like for like a weird kind of off-brand Slim Jim type thing. It's expanding. It started out as the nicotine cinematic universe. Now it's just like the fucking gas station cinematic universe.
I love that.
But they couldn't get Slim Jim.
They got like Twinkie the Kid or whatever his name is.
Yeah, they got that guy.
They got the fucking the hostess stork.
Right.
He's a stork, right? What is he, a fucking pelican?
A heron? I don't know.
Is it the hostess guy?
I have no idea. I did not realize that there was a bird mascot for hostess.
There's a bird mascot for one of those things.
Okay.
Oh, man. I gotta look it up.
Then they spent the next 7 minutes looking it up. It was the Drake's duck. It was the duck from Drake's snack cake. You know those they're like Hostess, but it's a different brand. It was those.
Oh God. Okay.
All right. Let's do another question. Did we touch that one at all? I don't even remember what it was.
Pepperoni I started to talk about, okay, yeah, we'll play with this. Usually when somebody sends us a question offering us an idea for a bit, like a character named Pepperoni Dave, we resist that. But right. I liked Pepperoni Dave enough where I was down to play with okay, in the future there's going to be Pepperoni Dave. And then you came up with him being a Slim Jim type character in the cigarette mascot extended universe. And
although actually Pepperoni Dave as a mascot for a nicotine product is pretty funny.
Yeah.
It's like a it's like for the grossest dip you've ever seen. Pepperoni Dave's.
Pepperoni Dave is, I mean, I can't picture what Pepperoni Dave looks like. I mean, I have an idea in my head. But
Tommy Lasagna.
I'm picturing like a scrawny guy.
Okay.
Who works at Domino's and has the worst acne on the planet and is packing a lip.
Okay. Yeah.
And he's the mascot of Skull.
You're right. Exactly.
He's the Skull mascot.
No, he's the mascot of Pepperoni Dave's.
Pepperoni Dave's.
Whatever that is. Fucking dip pouches.
Yeah.
What do they call it? What do they call those? I don't use them, so I don't know.
For some
they're
reason,
not called Zins.
No, Zin is a non-tobacco product. Yeah, Zin doesn't have any tobacco in it. It's just pure nicotine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I always feel like tobacco and nicotine are synonymous, but I guess they're not.
No, Zin is Zin's like the jewel of pouch tobacco.
Yeah, I feel like it's like what people who would have been doing Juuls 5 to 10 years ago are now doing. Like it's the thing that is, we're like, hey, you want to do nicotine, but with none of the bad stuff. Ooh.
Yeah, no, nicotine has no negative side effects at all.
And then in 5 years, we're going to figure out that whatever Zyn is doing to you is like 1,000,000 times worse than cigarettes.
Yeah, it gives you popcorn mouth.
Yeah, exactly.
Gives you pepperoni Dave mouth.
It makes you racist. It makes you like gives you weird homophobic energy if you do Zins.
It turns out it actually works back to front. And a lot of people think that people who do snus and skull and chewing tobacco are racist, and then they do that.
No,
but
it's the other way around. No, it makes them like that.
If you pack a lip, it will make you racist.
It'll make you like use the F slur in casual conversation
And start wearing trucker caps
Right,
with
exactly.
fucking beer logos on them. And,
Yeah.
And orange camouflage.
Right.
Yeah. Shopping at Bass Pro Shops. Fuck you, listeners who might fit that description.
Yeah. I don't know.
Enjoy being alienated.
But yeah, that's who Pepperoni Dave is. He's a cool Zin mascot from the fucking future.
Yeah. What's his
Pepperoni Dave's is going to be like the Nuka-Cola of our apocalypse.
I love that.
It's gonna be all over the place. The ads are gonna be everywhere. Right
it's
before
just
right before the world ends, they're gonna take away the laws about not being able to advertise nicotine. Mm-hmm. And so there's gonna be all kinds of cool Pepperoni Dave's ads.
And the photos are just going to be kind of like a really sweaty, kind of off
Yeah, that's the
photo
thing
of
is that
a skinny teenager with bad pizza face.
right, exactly. That's the law is gonna be that you're allowed to advertise for cigarettes, but you have to make it look gross and bad.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
You can let people know about their existence, but you can't have that's the thing. You can't have the mascot be a cool guy like Joe Camel.
Right.
It has to be like a fucking trash loser like Pepperoni Dave.
Oh my god.
Is he like an anthropomorphic? No, he's just like a guy.
Yeah.
He's just like a piece of shit. He's just like this is on their website. Pepperoni Dave didn't finish college.
Pepperoni Dave has strong like I get older but they stay the same age energy.
Oh my god, yeah.
You know, that's who Pepperoni Dave is.
Right. And he's like 23. Mm-hmm. And so it's definitely creepy now, but it's going to be so much worse in like 6 years.
Yeah.
Pepperoni Dave is like a 23-year-old scumbag with the energy of a 48-year-old scumbag. You know that guy?
Yeah.
The guy who's already 48 by the time he's 23?
Yeah.
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 It's Pepperoni Dave.
I knew a guy once who was 48 by the time he was like 18.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had the hands of a coal miner.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah. I don't know. It's nothing.
All right, so what were we saying? Cigarettes are smooth and delicious and great was probably the
Yeah, I think so.
the gist.
Oh god, where's my vape? Where's my fucking vape? Oh my god,
that's the problem.
here it
It's
is.
so
Okay.
tiny.
Oh god.
It's so tiny and delicate and dainty, and I in a fucking cool ass way. It's an elegant vape.
I shouldn't be like this. It's not like I wasn't breastfed. It's a bit of weird Freudian humor.
Is that?
I think so. I think it's a
Is that what-
Freudian
is that what
theory. The idea that
oral
you get
fixation was.
yeah, I think the
that,
idea is like you weren't
breastfed.
or you didn't get breastfed long
I don't
enough
know.
or
Like
something, or you weaned
Freud
too
was
soon.
just convinced that everything had to do with your mom's tits. So
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
you got to take that with a grain of salt.
Yeah, and your sister's evil lesbianity.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, your daughter's evil lesbian.
Oh, sorry.
Or I think just that lesbianity is evil, and he just kind of forgot he had a daughter after she came out of the closet. I think he just started ignoring his daughter at that point.
Fucked up, man.
He was a bad guy. He was a really
Yeah.
bad guy.
Bad dude.
He's a bad guy with a lot of wrong ideas.
Hell yeah.
All right. Question. Hello, Chris and Will. What will crying be like in the world to come? There will be no water left for tears.
Don't tell me about water.
You will be you will feel the ache inside your heart, but you will be too dry to show it, and so you will suffer in silence.
What we're saying is that you'll be a man.
You'll be a man.
You'll be cursed with masculinity.
You'll be cursed with devastating man. The radiation is gonna have so much testosterone in it. You're gonna be too jacked up and manly to ever want to cry again.
Yeah, it's not about the water.
No, it's
not about how dehydrated
Forget everything
you are.
I just said. It's not about the water.
Did you say that there was no water?
I did say that you're not going to be able to cry because there's no water. There's not enough water and you're too dry. But it's better. But no, I like yours better.
I'm sorry.
Just...
My brain power is at like 25%. You want to know why?
Why?
Because there's this thing that the brain needs to function.
Yeah.
Called oxygen.
You're breathing.
Yeah, but I'm breathing a lot less than I'm supposed to.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Oh, okay. Interesting. All right. I've recently gotten into alternative medicine as a supplement to my traditional medicine. One thing I've been doing is adding lavender to my teas and weed to my sleep aid, and it's been great. What will happen to lavender in the world to come? Will there be other better things to make my tea?
Purple.
Crack cocaine.
There you go.
Put it in your tea.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't really have legs, though, this bit.
I liked purple.
Purple is good.
Because it suggests that I was confused what the question was, and that what he was saying was that the color lavender was being added to his tea.
Oh, right. It's
Yeah,
like you forgot that lavender
different.
it's the color is in reference to lavender, the herb.
And not the other way
right,
around.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if it was the other way around, you still would be. I feel like through context clues, you probably still could have figured it out.
Purple is also a plant that you can put in your
It's
tea.
going to be a different plant.
Mm-hmm. Lavender is going to go extinct, and purple is going to take its place.
It has
Purple's gonna eat all
purple's
the
going to have
lavender.
it's right. It's going to It has crack cocaine in it.
Yep. Thank you.
That's
I appreciate that. That's
synergy.
Yeah.
We brought it together.
we did it, man. Next question.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
It's definitely a good idea to supplement your traditional medicine with alternative medicine. It's a good idea.
Yeah.
You could use it as a supplement.
I was about to say, yeah, I was like, because like I've recently started like taking like probiotics and stuff, but that doesn't count as alternative medicine. You get that at like CVS.
No, that's just like
just medicine.
Yeah.
No,
No,
I mean,
when
it's just that
something's
nobody told me to
medicine-
take it. I was just like, my
Right.
tummy is weird. I'm gonna see if putting extra bugs in there helps it.
Yeah.
You know. I don't know about the it's
Kimchi is medicine.
they're all that's the thing is like I want to like rag more on the alternative medicine, but the alternative medicines they mentioned were like lavender and weed.
Yeah.
So like it seems pretty fine.
But also, like, weed isn't alternative medicine either.
Actually, yeah, no, at this point it's just medicine.
It's just medicine.
It's medicine that you can also just do because it's fun,
Yeah.
which is the best kind of medicine.
Mm-hmm. What's alternative to what?
Our next, how long have we been going?
A pretty good long while. I feel like we could use another question or two, though.
I would say so. Let's do like one or two more questions.
Part of me is also putting off watching Alan Carr.
Yeah, the sooner we watch Alan Carr, the sooner I have to say goodbye to my best friend.
Yeah.
The most important thing in my life. Okay. Hey, boys, I'm trying to plan a hot girl summer party. What will parties be like in the world to come, and subsequently, party planning?
Well, there won't be any hot girls.
No. Just the ones that have been set aflame.
Yeah.
Voluntarily.
Yes. The only hot girls will be ones who self-immolate.
Yeah.
But
As
they'll
part-
be ugly.
Yeah, dude.
I'm just saying they're only hot because they're on fire. Is the point?
Yeah. No, their skin is charred
And they didn't look good
and
beforehand
bubbling.
either.
No, they were honestly pretty homely to begin with,
Yeah.
and now they're covered in burns.
Yeah.
So
Did you want me to add something?
No, we just like looked at each other, just going like, and so you're gonna decide what the point is, right?
Yeah, there are not going to be any hot people except for fire people in the world to come.
Right.
So hot girl summer, not a thing. There's not going to be a hot guy summer either. Sorry, boys, but you're going to be ugly as shit too.
Yeah, no, it's just gonna be. It's gonna be solemn girl summer. gonna be serious. Fucking. It's gonna be a summer of intention.
Sacrificial summer. Yeah.
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 Sacrificial summer is pretty good.
Yeah.
You know.
But the question was about parties specifically, not about the hot girl summer party.
Okay. Yeah.
Specifically, you know. But yeah, parties. What's a party? You know, what's what you make of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you know, like what? Little known fact: the concept of the modern party
Okay.
originated in the medieval era. When peasants would steal a
Are you
cow.
telling me that Western culture invented partying?
Yes.
Color me not surprised.
Mm-hmm. We did all the greatest things.
I know. You don't have to tell me.
When they had, when they were able to steal a cow from the king's cow collection,
Yeah.
they would share the various pieces of the cow, and so the whole community would have to come together in order to do so, right? Because you know you got to use every part of the cow, and everybody gets a piece, and they all share. And since there was no clean drinking water back then, they would all drink a lot of wine, right? And so they get fucked up and eat the cow. And it's derived from the proto English word partay.
You see, I know that you personally don't know anything about medieval stuff, but medieval stuff is silly enough that I'm like, that could be true. Like, I don't know. That sounds like some shit that was maybe true.
No, there were no parties until 12.
Until 12. 12 years after Jesus died.
Yep.
They were like, is he gone? All right, let's get the drugs.
Let's go steal that cow.
Let's go steal and do drugs.
Let's get that cow, do some drugs. And some of you might think, well, that's ridiculous.
Fuck, he came back? Fuck. Oh, I thought he was dead. Shit, he's gonna know.
You might be thinking, right, well, human beings have been celebrating and using substances since the dawn of time. Don't tell me this was invented by white people in Proto-Germanic countries.
Right, yeah.
To which I say, what the fuck do you know?
I don't know anything.
Where's your degree?
Exactly.
Because I got a degree. Fucking partying.
I was about to say.
I like to party.
I have a fucking degree in good times.
That's right,
from
baby.
Fucking Party University Online College. It's a 3-week course.
Yeah.
It costs $16,000.
I like the thought of having been a huge partier when you were in college, but having gone to online university. Oh, yeah, dude, I was a huge partier back in college. Just me and my computer.
Just drinking alone in your basement. Woo! Chug, 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 chug.
There's a joke in there somewhere. For like a stand-up set, not for this. I can't figure out a way to work it in, but some way that like Stephen Wright could find a way to turn that into a one-liner about having been a big partier in college. And
hey, can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Why are we both dancing?
Because we're fucking. Because I got a fucking master's degree in partying.
I was kind of like bobbing back and forth a little bit as we were doing this, and then I looked at Will. He was also doing it.
Because we're partying, man.
It's a party. It's a good time.
Woo! So what are parties gonna be like in the world to come? They're gonna be about stealing cows.
It's gonna be about stealing. Back to basics, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
About stealing a cow from a lord.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
So there you go.
And it's gonna be, the cow is full of precious jewels, enough money to topple the economy of the kingdom that you're in, and then you can become the lord.
The fuck you talking about?
I don't know, man.
I can't breathe, man.
Let's do another question.
Okay, we've been recording for almost 2 hours. Just letting you know.
All right, good.
We're gonna have so much material. This is gonna be our finest work yet.
It's gonna be real. It's gonna be yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, what you said.
I need to sit down. That dancing was too much for me. Oh my god, fuck. I need to be freed from this. This is disgusting. This is horrible. This is fucking awful. I feel like such garbage.
All right, this
I'm
is
gonna fucking throw up.
This is an interesting one because I don't know what it means.
Okay.
Hey, Will and Chris. Legally, I am 6'1", but my actual height is 5'10", 5'11"-ish. Will this bring any benefits in the world to come?
What the fuck?
What do you mean?
Hey, what the fuck are you talking about?
Did you just like lie on your driver's license
It's
for
supposed to
for
measure your
chicks?
height, I
Like what?
think.
Like what is this? Like what do you mean? Your legal height. Did you get like the bottoms of your feet shaven off at some point?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Were you measured at a doctor's appointment? Were you wearing pumps at a doctor's appointment? And they forgot to ask you to take them off? What is going on?
Were you like rushed when they were taking your mugshot when you got arrested?
Right, exactly. Like I'm trying to figure out where to start here.
I feel so sick. Wow. I hate my life right now.
I gotta take a shit.
You want to wrap this up?
Let's wrap this up. I think we've done enough. I think there's enough for an episode here.
We have to end this on a hopeful note, though.
What's a hopeful? Well, listen, we're about to have a British guy from the 90s.
Yep.
Tell us that we're fucking stupid.
Yep.
And that you know how you want what you want. No, you don't. You idiot.
Yeah.
And then that'll be good, and then it will be cured forever because it's easy. You know, and then it won't be hard. I need you to promise me it won't be hard after this.
It won't be hard.
Better not be.
Podcast energy or not, it won't be hard.
Okay.
It won't be hard. I don't know if I can say for sure it will be easy, but it won't be hard.
It felt hard last time.
I know, but it won't be.
But I didn't know the easy way yet. Is this optimistic? Let's make it more optimistic. It's gonna be.
I don't have any energy.
We're gonna be.
I'll tell you this.
Yeah.
I feel like I can afford to say this with no energy because I genuinely just believe it.
Okay.
And I don't feel like I have to hype myself up. I don't feel like I have to hype you up. I don't feel like any hyping needs to be done because I know that tomorrow my lungs will be clear and that a week from now my lungs will still be clear. And I, over the course of that week, will have experienced very minimal negative symptoms. Folks, if you're a smoker or a vapor, it doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be hard.
And
today's episode was brought to you by Alan Carr's Easy Way to Quit Smoking.
You can pay fucking $60,000 to rent a 70-minute video. I know what you're thinking. If this actually works, wouldn't they have the confidence to just let you buy it? I'm trying so hard not to think about that. Fuck, positive note. We're going to do great. Next week is going to be, it's going to be so inspiring.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Is it won't be funny next week.
Right.
If we're still smoking.
Yeah, exactly.
It'll actually just be kind of pathetic.
It won't be a bit again.
Right.
It'll just be sad.
Right.
So we have to stop.
Yeah.
You know, we got one mulligan. Mm-hmm. We got one mulligan.
We did our
And it
arc.
sucks that I decided to have my quitting nicotine journey happen so publicly. That sucks because I really can't quit. Like I really can't. Like
I personally kind of love it.
It's. I mean, like
for
I
me
don't know.
personally, I think it's fantastic. I feel like it's going to be really good for me. It's going to make me feel like I can't afford to relapse.
Well, no, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Yeah, I
Yeah.
get when I say it sucks. What I actually mean, it was a really good idea, and the part of my brain that wants to do nicotine hates it.
I think that like it being public will be good. I think it will hold us accountable.
I think it's going to hold me accountable.
Yeah.
Especially because people kept commenting on the last one, like, "Oh, we're so proud of you, Chris. You've done it's so hard to quit smoking, but you're sticking to it, and we're really good job, man." I'm just like sitting there, like,
we're gonna check in with each other.
yeah, no, we're gonna keep each other accountable. And
I lost eye contact when you said that.
oh fuck, that was.
We're gonna check in with each other.
Look at me when you're talking to me. We're gonna check in with each other.
We're gonna check in with each other. We're gonna hold each other accountable. We're gonna do this.
We're gonna do this. It's gonna be good. Like, we're gonna do this.
We're gonna do this.
We gotta stop saying it because the more we say it, the more it feels like copium.
I know. But really, honestly, if we got on the podcast again, having not quit, it's gonna be
such a bad look.
Yeah. And you know, I've done this before a little bit. Like, I've lamented how hard it is, honestly, for me to stay off smoking. It's not hard to stay off smoking, but I don't know, man. It's like, it's so weird. Every time I relapse, it's like, I know that what I'm doing to myself is pointless.
Yeah.
I know it's useless, and I know that I will just feel like shit until I quit again. And every time I do it, I don't know what it is that actually triggers it. But
that like makes you go back to it or makes you quit.
Yeah, because
I was just thinking about that because like I can't, like, the thing is, like, I think if I made it a month, I would never do it again. That's how I feel now.
Yeah.
But then again, I've never quit before, and then like you know, I don't think I would miss it because, like, what the fuck is there to actually
that's
miss?
The thing. It's like,
but
when I relapse, it's not because I miss it.
Yeah.
I never miss it.
Right.
I don't know what it is. I think it's like, I think I can trace this relapse back to going to a casino and being exposed to too much secondhand smoke.
Okay.
And that kind of awakening the sort of little monster.
Yeah.
And not having the mindfulness necessary, you know, because I was going through a thing, and so, like, you know, the littlest challenge to my resolve for some kind of chemical stimulation was all I needed, you know.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of what made me relapse. Like, the big reason I relapsed is because I was having weird tummy troubles, and like the first couple of days, like, they did kind of go away a little bit, but then on the day I relapsed, they were like, it was just bothering me a lot, and it was just like, I don't know, like the combination of like being anxious about my stomach and then also going through nicotine withdrawal.
Yeah.
At a certain point, it was just like, I gotta pick one.
Right.
Like, and I can immediately make the nicotine withdrawal go away.
Right.
So really, what I gotta do is go to the doctor, which
you do need to do that.
I will on fucking August 1st when my insurance kicks in.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. It's farther in the future than I'd like, but you know. Positive note, it's gonna be so good.
On the next episode, the vibe is going to be celebrating being a week free from nicotine.
Yeah.
The next episode, the vibe is going to be high energy. Look at how much we can breathe. This is fucking awesome.
It's gonna be a showcase of how good at breathing we've become.
I love.
We're gonna be doing all kinds of breaths.
That'll be a fun bit.
It'd be a fucking 2 hours of breath work.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I fucking love breathing.
If you like this, you can support us on Patreon by going to patreon.com/lifeintheworldtocome. You can also buy our merch at lifeintheworldtocome.bigcartel.com. If you'd like to send us a question, you can do so through email at lifeintheworldtocome@gmail.com, or you can ask a question on our Discord. And our intro and outro music is We Are the Hellhounds by the Taxpayers.
And if you want updates on me, go to yoinkoftheyukon.com.
Hell yeah.
Because I own that domain name now.
Is there any new stuff on there, or are you just still flexing that you nabbed that?
There's nothing new.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. No.
Hell yeah.
I have no.
No, I mean, it's a fucking great. It's a great grab that you got.
I'm gonna keep saying it. I'm gonna keep letting people
keep
know.
reminding people because it fucking rules.
That if you go to yoinkoftheyukon.com, it redirects you to willwood.net.
That's big news in and of itself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
All right, we're done.
All right.
Push the button. Now we have to quit smoking.